What's up, it's your boy DJ Reminisce, the Pangana Music Geek, and guess what? I am back. I know it's been a long time, but I'm finally back up and running again, and I'm going to continue to do reviews just for you guys. And today, I got a doozy, man. Today, we're going to be reviewing the brand new album from Diljit, produced by Intense, Moonchild Era. So without further ado, let's get into the review. So where do I begin with this, man? Honestly, I had no idea that Intense and Diljit were cooking up a storm in the studio. This came out of like totally left field. It's a 9-track album and each song flows as you listen to it. Like, it's a listening experience, which is very rare. It's something you got to listen to all the way through and digest it. Please talk about Intense's phenomenal production on this album. Wow. I don't know what Intense has been eating lately, but he's been on absolute fire. And this album is proof of his work, man. This is some of his best work. I mean, he's made some great hits in the past, but this as an album, wow, phenomenal, man. I love the music on this album. Now, we all know what Intense is about, man. He's a West Coast guy. He's had those hard-hitting records, G-Funk synths, but this album set him apart. He is right up there in the top echelon of producers because of this album. Musically, Intense knocked it out of the park. It's fantastic. Something I didn't expect, honestly. It's a very pop feel to it. The instrumentation that he used, the drums that he used, it all flows. As soon as I hit play on this thing, I was in love with the album, honestly. And I heard it all the way through properly multiple times. And I was like, man, how did he do it? It's got such a sultry, beautiful R&B vibe to it. I mean, this is the sound of 2021 right here in this album. A lot of people are going to vibe to it, if not already. So off the album, I would have to say my favorite song on the album is Vibe. I love that record. Obviously, Umbrella's good, Lover's good, Luna, Black and White. I mean, they're all great records. Like I said, man, I listened to this album all the way through and haven't skipped anything yet. And that's very rare. Actually, come to think of it, it's probably been a while since Back to Basics where there's an album of Diljit's where I haven't skipped a record. The first record off this album is Black and White, but the single was Umbrella. And I tell you, I had no idea Umbrella was coming out. It just came out of left field. Like, I'm a big fan of Intense. You know, he makes great music. He's a great producer. Diljit, obviously, top of his game right now. And the combination together for Umbrella really works. So I thought, you know what? This is really good. And then I figured out they're going to do an album. I thought, okay, if this is how the rest of the album is going to sound, this could be something really special. My God, was it special, I tell you. So let me talk about Diljit. Vocally, he was fantastic in this album. He's singing probably a key or two lower in some of the songs, and he's actually singing. He's not screaming, he's not belching. It's very nice to the ears. It had a very beautiful R&B pop flow to it as well. Honestly, I'm very impressed on how the whole package came together. The only criticism I probably have on the whole thing is that it's a similar sounding vibe, but I think that's the whole point of the album. It's got a flow, it's got a vibe, it's got a sound. And Intense made sure that that came through in the production. What I love about this album is totally different. It's something that you'd never think Diljit would even think about. You know, in the past, he's had these hard-hitting records. I talked about Back to Basics, which is a classic. The previous album, Goat, he had some bangers on there. But I think this is Diljit's element. This soft R&B pop feel. I think this is where he excels. I just don't think he pulls off those gangster records as good as everyone thinks. And I gotta say, this album is absolutely epic. I can honestly say right now that this album is the album of the year. This set the bar for everybody else. Lyrically on this album was pretty good, man. There's nothing too crazy, nothing too fancy. You know what? Even the English words that were used in this wasn't too cheesy. So, time for my verdict. This album is a 5 out of 5. Hands down, man. There's absolutely no doubt. This is one of the best albums of the year, like I said. Musically fantastic. It sounds absolutely exceptional, and Diljit killed it. He proved on this album that he's the best of the best. He's at the very top, and he wants to stay there for a while, and this album is going to keep him there. Any artists out there, you're going to have to bring your A+ game to knock him off his perch. So guys, I hope you enjoyed today's album review, Diljit Dosanjh's Moonchild Era, produced by Intense. Please let me know in the comments below if you like this album or not. If you want to see more reviews just like this, please click on the eye in the sky. And please, if you could do me a huge favor, please like this video, share it, subscribe to the channel. That way more people get to see it. I'm your boy DJ Reminisce. Peace out.